So we talk a lot about renewables. We talk a lot about wind, solar, hydro, a little bit about biomass every now and then. But, you know, they're not the only renewable energy resources that we have. We also have people. We have people power. You know, we talk a lot about EVs and electrification of transportation, buses and cars. But you know, a big piece of this issue, a big piece of this problem, is getting people out of cars altogether, no matter how they're powered. The way to do that is with bicycles. Bicycles are the most efficient transportation device ever created by man. You know, think about that. And it often has many of the same challenges that we have with other renewables, is that it takes policy to advance that. I just came back from Montreal a couple of weeks ago. I spent a weekend up in Montreal. There are bike lanes everywhere. And every parking meter had 3 or 4 bicycles connected to it. You know, one of the big advantages of that is I could find a place to park. But it was pleasant. It was efficient. You could get around town, and it works. We need to do that here. You know, we really need to do that here, much more than we have. There are several organizations in Burlington that have been walking this talk for a very long time. One of my heroes, and one of the programs that I have great respect for over many years, was Bike Recycle Vermont. Ron Magdala he's one of my heroes. He rode his bicycle here today. It's just amazing. In fact, he used to work for Burlington Electric Department, and he would ride his bike every day to work there, even in the wintertime. He had this really weird little funky bicycle car thingy that he would ride through the slush and the snow to work every day. When he retired, he created this Bike Recycle Vermont that offered repairing bicycles, used bicycles, for low-income people and refugees so they could get to work. Think of how cool that is. What a cool blending of missions. They gave away something on the order of 5,000 bicycles and 10,000 repairs so people could get to work between the years of 2005 and 2015. Around that same time, you know, this funky bike repair store on North Wadusky Avenue, the old Spokes Home, created a culture, a bike culture in Burlington. I think it was called, at one point, it was called, what is it, the most unusual bike shop in America. You know, and it has created this culture that is really thriving now in Burlington. We have a ways to go, but there is, those two champions have really elevated bicycling in Vermont. Now we have local motion. Old Spokes Home and Bike Recycle have merged into a nonprofit. They've kept the name Old Spokes Home, and they're continuing their mission to advance getting out of our cars. So this year's Energy Innovation Award for REV goes to human-powered, bicycle-powered Old Spokes Home.
It's quite an honor. So I'm Laura Jacoby, and I actually have the privilege and honor of leading this combined organization now that is Old Spokes Home, a bike shop and a nonprofit. And it's exciting, and absolutely, you know, when we read that a big chunk of Vermont's greenhouse gas emissions comes from transportation, it's just makes it so much more critical to really get people out of their individual motor vehicles and onto bicycles and public transportation, and the combination of bicycles and public transportation. And now with electric bikes, You know, it's still people powered, but with a little bit of assist, and it just makes biking that much more feasible. And absolutely, if Montreal can do it through the winters, so can Vermont and Burlington, and we just really need the infrastructure to make that possible, not only for, you know, folks like us who love it and do it because we're passionate about the environment, but also for folks that absolutely can't afford a motor vehicle, and biking is their only means of transportation, and they need and deserve a safe environment, a safe way to get to work and in the store and in school, as much as somebody in a motor vehicle. So that's what Old Swift's about. Thanks.